At the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
For the get back, this revolution been televised. I fell through with the nicknames. Hey, yo, get your chili up. Yeah, I did that. Hey, black out, get the act out. Yeah, I did that. Hey, what's up, though? I hit them. That's how you know them. And they both. I hit them. And they both.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And not much to speak of. Calling 1-yard gain up to the 26. Look at this defense for the Vikings. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's go now.
Here's McCarthy. And this one's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
79 Broncos.
Now McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. The Vikings at 500, 7-7 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Buffalo 18. 72.
Throwing is McCarthy. The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get into a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run their offense through him.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they brought the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And it's really to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Achane here, they stay on the ground. Pushing his way through. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Now Achane on 1st and 10. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running left, Achane. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
These two teams all tied after one. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Straight ahead with Achane. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Down the left sideline. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 55 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he rifles one incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains, Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
On the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Leach. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dilate the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Leach. And it is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you got your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
A give left side. Here's Achane. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Leach. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Up the middle, Achane. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 leaving. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Ill-advised throw there, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
The 31-yard
line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
To the air with McCarthy. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
36-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have a great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal. They'll certainly have the green light here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chubb. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
2nd and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Two yards still to go. Third down now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
It's now
on fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
In punt formation.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Broken tackle. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7. Our scores, we get back at it on EA Sports. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Here we go, set. Rock on, set, go.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Ready?
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. Down the right sideline. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 72. Set up. Check up.
Throwing again, McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Set up. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready. Hut. Set up.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
This offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, first and 10. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, that was a thing to beautiful right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, shot. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hut up. Hut up.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
to throw. McCarthy. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield, the blocking forms in front, lofted it to the runner, and now not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Trying to find Jordan Addison that time. And it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. But he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So 3 points and a response there to that opening touchdown this third quarter.
And that's an important three, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Leach. And that one to the right side and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. He's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Oh, a poor throw there, and it's intercepted. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over first and 10 at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, sack. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Sack. I got 70 Lions. Hey, hey.
An inside give to Jones. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Second down, another shot for Jones. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down in the yard. They'll give this to Achane. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again, it's Achane. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the third quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And going deep for Hill. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own.
And he'll begin the drive to give to Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Joe Tryon there to make the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. this one from about 2 counties over. After the sack, they come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
He'll try and do this himself. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this returnable for Hill. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Leach. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they're going to set up shot at the 40-yard line.
The 2nd down pass.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and have their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy completes this to Addison out left. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's McCarthy. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Dolphins 21. Jason Sanders.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Jalen Waddle. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Extra score, Vikings 31, Dolphins 28. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Up the middle, Jones. And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones.
Dolphins going to take their second timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On third down, here's Jones. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Minnesota, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.